That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Hey guys, Dr. Reynolds.
And Dr. Coltrader here.
And Dr. Reynolds. We're here to talk to you a little bit about fitness from I don't want to say a working out standpoint because I don't think we're going to delve too far into that. If we're going to do that, I want to be in a gym.
Oh, you'd have to be in a gym.
Yeah, show some moves.
Do a couple reps, get a good pump. Get a good
Exactly.
pump.
But do want to talk about just kind of the general idea of fitness. I think I get asked all the time, how do I approach it? How do I start? What should I be doing? What supplements should I take? Do I buy these shoes? Do I buy those shoes? I'm sure you hear all this.
It gets so in-depth so quick and people get lost in the weeds.
Exactly. And from patients to friends, I think the big idea with fitness for me is just starting. Showing up at the gym or showing up on the side of the road doing your jogging, just starting out. You just need to make the habit 5 days a week, spend 30 minutes doing some kind of exercise. Because honestly, you might not know what you like right now. If you do like lifting, I tell people all the time, I think you have to start kind of with the end in mind. If you want to look like Chris Hemsworth, you're going to do a very different workout than if you want to look like Orlando Bloom, than if you want to look like Usain Bolt.
Exactly.
So the approach is a little different. But even then, I think the basic concept of doing it every day to start off with, even if you're not doing it right, even if you're not doing it the best that you possibly can be, forming the habit's going to be the most important thing. Some of the other stuff I feel like people miss out on is that fitness is more of a balance than it is a focus on one thing. So it's not just the 30 minutes a day, but your diet plays into it, your sleeping plays into it, how hydrated you are, and even in the physical realm of fitness, I feel like it's not worth losing a ton of flexibility or strength or cardiovascular health for the sake of one or the other. It's very easy in the fitness world to wrap your head around this mentality that I'm going to sacrifice everything else in my life for just putting on muscle or just being able to run 150 miles. I don't care if I don't have any knees and I can't walk when I'm 90 or if I can't even lift up 100 pounds. I just want to be able to run, which is fine. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it and respect to people who do it. But for me, if you're talking about overall fitness and health and longevity, I think, joint preservation, cardiovascular health, flexibility, and strength, there's a fine balance that creates a better quality of life later on down the road.
Absolutely, there is.
And I think he makes a good point. If you go too far down the rabbit hole, it becomes overwhelming. Because there's always somebody trying to sell you something, and half the stuff's kind of BS anyway. So you get down this rabbit hole of I've spent $300 on supplements and good shoes, and it turns out I don't like running. It turns out I like lifting weights.
Yep.
So just get out there, figure out what you like before anything else. Anything you want to add to that?
Well, I think you've touched on you made a lot of excellent points, and I mirror the kind of the thought process of people can get into all that stuff, buy the supplement, buy the shoes, buy that, but then they just never start the habit. Yeah. And again, it's just a simple thing of just starting, no matter what it is. Yeah. And it doesn't even have to look like exercise in the traditional form. You could be hanging out with your family or your parents or somebody and just going on a walk. Not only are you having quality time with them, but you're getting your exercise in. It doesn't always look the same for everybody.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that's important to understand. But the idea of this just kind of sitting around and not doing anything is not a balance to life. And I think it does, help to have that mindset of I need to get out there and do something. But just starting is the biggest.
Yeah, and I think people get frustrated with that answer because they want to know all the details right in front of what I'm going to do.
Sure.
But the reality is you're not going to, and you never will. Mm-hmm. For most people, if you were going to be an Olympic athlete, you would have known by the time you were 16. You don't need to go down that rabbit hole. You just need to start doing something. And as you figure it out, you get better questions. It's hard to answer questions when the person has bad questions.
Absolutely.
What do I do for bench press? Right, I have no idea what you're talking about. Do you want to be able to bench 225 30 times, or do you want to be able to lift 700 pounds, or do you just want general overall better quality of shoulders because you're having some difficulty with it? So it's hard to answer questions if you don't know what you're really asking.
Sure, absolutely.
All right. If you guys have not been to Gladiator and Valkyrie, you absolutely should. We dive into fitness a little bit more. It is a fairly physical course, so I'd do a little bit of this before I showed up for it. And if you have been to them, that's awesome. Reach out to us. We're always happy to help. I've done some personal training in the past. Have some good before and after pictures I like to show off. And just keep living every minute.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.